from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Aries, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, so Aries, hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what's going on for you. This is going to be for Aries for their highest good, Spirit. Two cards for Aries for their highest good. Oh, okay. You always get this card, you guys, always. Okay, it says, great adventure, take a risk, venture forward, definitely. Take that big step, take a leap of faith, you guys. Remember, step out of the box to try something different, okay? Like to build something because it's going to be successful. And then you got faraway places, get ready for new horizons. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. So I truly believe that you are going on a different journey. You're getting ready to go into something bigger and brighter. That's nice. I like that. Aries, take what resonates with you, Aries, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. All right, Aries, see what's going on for you. Whew, been some week, hasn't it? Just saying. I'm just saying here. Okay, here we go. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest, Aries. This is going to be for Aries, Spirit, for their highest good. Show me the messages. One card for the current, one for the situation, one for the past. Oh, excuse me. One for what you need to do now. I'm sorry. This is for the what's hidden. Sorry. What you need to work on. The outcome. What is the outcome? I'm sorry. What you need to do now? What you need to work on. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm thinking of all these things. See, all these messages are coming in. Goodness. One for the outcome. What is the outcome? I'm also looking at this little baby cat that's outside. It's crazy. All right, you guys. So, wow. Okay. So, all right. All right. So, you do start off with, hold on, you guys. I put my little card over here. You do start off with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is talking about, your religion values, maybe your traditional values, maybe your morals, maybe lessons learned, maybe you've learned a lot of lessons, or, there's something here about seeking some kind of answers. You do have the Hangman for the situation. The Hangman is talking about, seeing things differently, waiting. Maybe you could be waiting for something, or maybe you just need to take a step back and look at everything differently. I also feel like if you're not seeing the results or what you're wanting, I think you need to really step back and see it differently. I also have the Knight or the King of Cups for the past, and the King of Cups is saying that you do know how to handle yourself emotionally balanced. You're very emotionally balanced. You know how to keep it together when times are tough. But we'll see why everything is here. You have the Nine of Swords for the... yeah, that is the Nine of Swords. You have the Nine of Swords for what's hidden. They're saying that you're in your mind a lot about worry. You're in your mind. You're in your mind about more than you should be, thinking about all kinds of things. You do have the Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands is saying, for the hopes and fears, is saying that, you came into your own reading. Don't let go. Don't let go of anything. Have a zest for life. Live life. Be in the moment in things, okay? Because that's what they want you to do. You have the Empress card here, and the Empress is saying that there is abundance here, but you need to start nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself better. Okay, there could be somebody around you that's pregnant, or could be some kind of pregnancy here. Or if it's not you, it could be somebody around you. And then you have the high priestess, and the high priestess is talking about that, you know who you are, you know how to access your inner power, and that's what they're calling your intuition. Use your intuition and trust your intuition. And then you have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is talking about there's going to be a lot of changes coming through. You're going to be very adventurous. Just don't do things on an impulse. Just really take your time on making decisions and doing things like that. Interesting. All right, so let's but just go with the changes, like go with the flow, okay? Don't let it scare you. Don't get all upset about everything that's going on, just go with it. All right, so let's see. And remember also too that a lot of these changes that are coming in, God would not give them to you if you didn't know how to handle any of these changes. So just know that also, whoever you pray to, they don't give you things that are harder than what you can't handle. All right, so wow, it's crazy. All right, here we go. Take what resonates with you, Spirit. Take what resonates with you guys, Aries, and leave the rest. Spirit, this is for Aries. 2 cards for Aries for the highest good. Wow, okay. So I do believe that you are receiving some kind of messages. Maybe you received messages or you're going to get some kind of messages here, okay? I believe that you need to trust your intuition and use your intuition. I feel like you need to pay attention to your dreams because I feel like there's some kind of message there. You're still upset about something. You have this anger within you. And you're very frustrated. You have a lot of anger, maybe with whatever it is, because I feel like you're looking for some kind of answer. And I feel like if you pay attention to like your dreams and, pay attention to the things around you, I feel like you're going to find the answers. I feel like you also have that you could be on the spiritual journey. And I feel like the answers that you're looking for, you will find them. There is definitely some good news coming in for you, though. And not only just intuitive messages, but messages all around. Okay, so be open-minded. Allow yourself to, accept all these opportunities and potential things that are going to come in, okay, because they are. Be aware of the signs, also like the 444333. Pay attention to that. Look them up because that is a guidance from your spirit guides. If you didn't know, you are very guided. Divinely guided. And let go of this anger, this frustration, okay? Maybe you need to talk to someone to let go of that anger, but just really try to let it go, okay? Because it still shows anger here, a lot of anger. Maybe there was a message that disrupted your life, or there's some kind of message that just, you didn't like the message or whatever it was, but it left you angry. So try to get rid of that anger, okay? All right, so is the Hangman here for Aries? Where's my card? So you do have the King of Wands and you have the Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay, so you start off with the Hangman. The Hangman is talking about really seeing things differently. Look at things differently, okay? Because you're not really seeing the way things are supposed to be. Look at things differently. They're asking you to take all your situations into control. You have the King of Wands here. The King of Wands is talking about taking your situations into control. Anything that you've been leaving like open, start controlling it. Start dealing with the situations, okay? Because you need to. There could be something new arriving. A person could be arriving. Those that are single, there could be a love interest. But I do feel like there are going to be opportunities here. You're going to be very creative. I also feel like you're going to be very inspired too, also to create something for yourself. Wow. And I feel like you're with the Hangman, I also feel like you're surrendering. Like they're asking you to surrender the past, so that way you can see clearly and see above everything. Because When they ask you to step back and see everything in a different way, it's because they want you to see something that's blocking you, something that's like you need to deal with, and that's the King of Wands right here. Wow. Okay. You do have the King of Cups for the past, and the King of Cups is saying that you really need to be emotionally balanced. You know, your mind, your body, your health, whatever. Keep your emotions balanced. Okay, like don't go and get pissed off at somebody that wasn't mad, that didn't do nothing, completely nothing to you. Keep your emotions balanced. Like just don't do that, because people really look up to you. They see you. They know that you can handle things yourself, you know, because you are the emperor, you know. But you know, they look at you like, hey, a role model. Like, you know, hey, I can go to this person and I can confide in them and tell them, because every time you go near or around places, people seem to talk to you because you're just that way. You have the Nine of Swords for what's hidden. And why is the Nine of Swords here for what's hidden? One more card. Wow. Two of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So you're really worried about trying to establish yourself. You're in your mind a lot, overly thinking about things. You know, maybe you're thinking about your children, or the money that you have, or you're spending all this money, or it has to do something with finances. So just know. I feel like you are going in a different direction. You're trying to contemplate some kind of decision. I also feel with the King of Pentacles here, I feel like you want that strong foundation. You know, you want to establish yourself. And you will, but you're very wise and smart to make these decisions. But if you're in your mind a lot, you need to really try to clear your mind. Okay, try to look at it. Try to you know, meditate or go within. You know, because you need that. Just know who you are and what you can do. Okay, because I feel like you're going to be able to establish yourself. But you are definitely going in a new direction. You have the Two of Swords and you're contemplating a decision to what to do next. Wow. All right. And then for the hopes and fears down here with the Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here for Aries? One more card. Wow. Look at that. Very nice. Really start taking care of yourself. Okay. There's something here, like I said, you know, you're really not seeing something because you have the Eight of Swords here. When you get the Eight of Swords, it's like it's almost the same as, okay, you're not looking at something. There's something here that you don't want to deal with. There's something here that you don't want to see. You know, maybe there's a situation in your life that you're trying not to deal with, or you just don't want to deal with it because you know that you have to like stop everything and you got to start dealing with it. They're asking you to really take that blindfold off, to really see things, okay, so that you can start dealing with it, you know, to not give up, you know, not to, not only just to not see it, but to see it, you know. The Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to handle herself. She knows how to make money. She knows how to do everything, you know, and so does the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she's determined to get things done. You know, and that's what you need to do. You know, you need to stop being in this Eight of Swords where you don't want to deal with anything. You know, you need to start dealing with things now. Okay, the situation is calling for you because it's here. They're telling you, look at things differently. You know, take care of the loose ends that you have around you. You know, because if you don't, it's going to continue keep going like this. Take care of yourself also, Aries. You're very tired. You're trying to juggle everything. You're a multitasker. Yes, you can make the money. Yes, you can do everything, but you don't take care of yourself, and that's a big neglect there. It doesn't matter also what anybody thinks. You know, just do your thing. You know, live life, do your thing, take care of the situations, and just keep going forward. You have the Empress here, and why is the Empress here and what you need to do now? From a card, you need to take care of those. You really need to take care of yourself. Also feel with the Devil card, you had the Devil card here with the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel with the Devil card that, you know, you have a lot of patterns that you need to get rid of. There's patterns, there's habits, there's you know, just something here that you need to really let go of. And I feel like you keep continuously going to the same patterns over and over, and you need to try to change that. Stop going back to those old patterns. Stop going back to, you know, whatever it is, you know, of a toxic relationship, drinking, overeating, whatever it is, it's something that's keeping you from moving forward. And then not only that, but they want you to do that because you need to start taking care of yourself better. The Empress is here. The Queen of Pentacles is here. It's like, hey, stop and start taking care of yourself, okay? There is abundance here also. I do feel like there is abundance here. I do feel like somebody around you could be pregnant. I feel like you need to start doing things better, in a better way. You do have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is saying that, you want this material success, but that's all you want is that material success. Sometimes, you're spending money on things that you don't really need, and you really need to change that. That also could be a pattern, like you're overly spending what the things that you're doing. Okay, so that you got to be careful with that. I do feel like you do have that material success, but I feel like you are still in the same pattern over and over, and you need to change that. And I do feel like, there is abundance coming in for you. Nobody can tell you how to live, If that's your thing, that is your thing. But this is what the spirit guides are just guiding you on, okay? So don't take it personally or anything like that. You do have the High Priestess here. And why is the High Priestess here? One more card. Wow, look at that. So you have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Wow. And the High Priestess. So you have a lot of intuitive energy here. You're very strong-willed. Whether you're male or female, these queens here are they're very forward, With the Queen of Swords, she's asking you to be blunt. She's asking you to be honest with yourself, to work on yourself, to be honest with yourself, that, there are some things that you need to start changing, and you need to start using your intuition you need to start taking care of yourself more. And it's like, remember that I always say in some of my readings that if you can't take care of yourself and you don't do anything about it, the universe has a way of knocking you down, so you got to really start taking care of yourself. Even if it's the smallest thing, start taking care of yourself, okay? Be honest with yourself, speak your truth, be truthful about things, okay? And trust your intuition when you're making decisions, and really take care of yourself, because that is a big factor here. Your intuition, taking care of yourself is another one here. So, wow. And then you have the Knight of Wands for the outcome. And why is the Knight of Wands here? One more card. Wow, there's that new beginning here. All right, so you do have that new beginning coming in, so it's really good, because not only do you have the Ace of Cups, but you have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, it's nice. All right, so you do have the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands is saying that there is going to be a lot of change coming in. A lot of things are going to come in, a lot of changes, and you're going to be happy. You're going to start feeling excited. You're going to be happy. You're going to be like, oh, wow, oh, my goodness, and it's going to make you very excited. Abundance is coming in, prosperity is coming in, opportunities are going to come in for you. So it's really nice. Aries, good things are coming in for you. Doot, doot, doot. Good deal, good deal. But really just be careful when you're making decisions, okay? Really take your time with anything, whether it's a decision or not. Really be careful on doing things. Don't rush into anything, and don't do things on an impulse, because that's what they're asking you to. Okay, really clear your mind, and just keep moving forward and live life to the fullest. And they want you to live life to the fullest and not worry about anything, okay? Try your best to do that. I do feel like you're planning on things. You're trying to plan things, trying to plan your next move or whatever it is that you're trying to do. I feel like you're trying to make some kind of plan, so it's good. Just really don't do things on an impulse, okay? Be careful with that. But I feel like you need to find your patience. Find your patience and just be calm about things. But you're definitely, there's traveling here also, and there is that decision that you're making. Just really take your time when the decisions come in, okay? All right, so Aries, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.